campaign is in the building.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Glad everyone is here. There were some good town halls earlier. So I'm going to go through a few slides on the state of programmatic now. But then we're going to have something that's very critical to our event, and that's the Digiday challenge boards, which I'm going to ask you to all contribute to. So while I'm talking, please think about your biggest challenge when it comes to programmatic, and we're going to get to that later. So one of the first things of the 5 sort of big megatrends I think is going on right now is the return of the user experience. You know, as Nick said, you know, programmatic has come a long way over the last few years that we've been doing this. And I think one of the things that we're seeing now is a lot more attention is being placed on what the user experience is. There is a lot of tags on pages. I know, and one of my favorite challenges at our programmatic event was someone on the publisher board putting just one line of JavaScript as his biggest challenge. And I think that's because there's sort of a drumbeat of bad news sometimes when it comes to programmatic lately. When it comes to viewability, whether it's fraud or malware, or particularly ad blocking. And a lot of it is getting pinned on programmatic, I think maybe unfairly, but at the same time, it's very, very clear that the same sort of technologies that have enabled programmatic to grow are sometimes impacting the user experience in negative ways. And so hopefully that will be a subject that we'll discuss quite a bit. The next one is rethinking the publisher waterfall. I have a feeling we're going to hear header bidding talked about quite a bit. And I think we're seeing a lot of publishers start to get a lot more sophisticated when it comes to how they're thinking about their own waterfalls. We've got several sessions that are going to touch on this. You know, we're going to be talking a lot about private marketplaces and where they fall in this. We've got Tribune here. They're going to be talking about private marketplaces. And so I think that's a critical issue that a lot of publishers are thinking about, is about how can they rethink the publisher waterfall, but also how can they do it in a way that doesn't negatively impact the user experience by slowing down their site. And the other one is sort of a broad one, but it's quality over quantity. You know, I think when programmatic was growing, a lot of it was about volume. A lot of people were bragging about the amount of volume going through their systems, amount of transactions they had, and they weren't talking about whether the transactions should have occurred. So I think lately we're seeing a return to quality, a return to thinking about like the quality of the ads, the quality of the experience, the quality of the data. I know we actually have a session here on creativity. Gary Milner is here from Lenovo, and I think that's a very important part of the discussion that too often has been missing. The next one is taking programmatic beyond display. You know, programmatic was a very new area, and I think it sort of got pigeonholed into remnant, class 2. I mean, I think just the term class 2 inventory says enough about it. And I think, you know, obviously what's happening is you're seeing programmatic go up the food chain to be used for a lot more than just display. Turner's here to talk about, you know, using programmatic with TV. So I think, you know, just the technology, too much has been focused on it being just a way for remnant inventory to be sold, but clearly it can be applied to other areas. And the other thing is simpler is better. You know, this has been a refrain, I feel like. I feel like this is like the year of mobile, like the year of ad tech consolidation. But just like the year of mobile, it is happening. And I think, you know, it's being driven by the need for a little bit of a more simpler ecosystem. You know, in the Digiday podcast, we had Bob Srangaya on from Unilever recently, and he said, I don't care who makes it more simple. I don't care if it's mass consolidation. But it's a need for me that this landscape become a lot simpler. So those are the 5 things that I have. I'd like for all of you to take a couple minutes and to think up a challenge when it comes to your day-to-day when it relates to programmatic. And we have tables around here with sticky pads on it. They're actually magnets. These are magnetized boards. And if you're a technology provider, I would like you to put your challenge there, brands and agencies on the next board, and then publishers on the next board. And this really helps to frame a lot of the discussions over the next 3 days. We're going to organize the challenge boards and then talk about the ones that come up repeatedly. And we're also going to refer back to it in a lot of the conversations that we're having here and also in breakouts. So if we could play the challenge board music, please go to one of the tables over there, write down just one challenge per sticky magnet thing, and then put it up here. Thanks. Anyone know this song? That's right, it's the People's Court. Everyone. Judge Wapner. Yes, right here. First challenge. First publisher challenge, still first. Maybe just stick it. Oh no. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. We'll fix that. So yeah, you gotta press it. It's magnetized paint, so. Okay. Okay. If you have more than one challenge, feel free. Use two magnets. Okay. Yeah, gotta be forceful. Oh, God. Don't worry, we're going to get that. fall. Okay. Last call for challenges. Last call. I mean, you can add them throughout, but it's a good start. Anyone else? Okay. Very good. You know, we'll have the magnets around, so if any challenges just come to your mind, please feel free to write them down, put them up on the right board. And then, as I said, we're going to go through the boards and try to organize them around big themes, and that will help identify areas for discussion both here, and then we're going to have more town halls tomorrow. So, I want to start off